One of the biggest myths in the mortgage business and real estate is that if you're self-employed, you cannot qualify for a mortgage. But the good news is that is completely false. Before we dive into this video and I go through some of the different ways you can qualify as self-employed using bank statements and assets and things like that, I just want to take a moment and recognize a couple things. Number one, if you're watching this video, you sent this video to somebody, maybe you know somebody that is self-employed that told you just at a barbecue or recently, whatever, send this video to them. Because what they might be feeling and what I know statistically, it makes sense. If you went to a bank and got denied, you're just a part of the 50%. Actually, over 30% of self-employed people just never try. They just never try to get qualified. Crazy as it is. 15% plus self-employed people get more denied. People think because they just started a business, they lost money on their tax returns, they can't qualify. They might have went and talked to a bank. They might have talked to a broker, lenders, and said, we can't get it done for you. So today in this video, all that stuff that you just heard where people say, you can't qualify, you got to show tax returns, you're not making enough of your bank statement, blah, 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 blah. This video is for you. Because every week, let me repeat, every single week, I get referred to a new client that could be a self-employed, they could be W-2'd and have self-employed, they could have recently started a business, they could be a real estate investor, the list goes on, that said, Kenny, my guy couldn't get it done, this bank couldn't get it done, or all my money is I can't get it done, I've got good credit, I make income, I've got money in the bank. I even got more assets. I own other real estate. I have a thriving business, but I can't seem to buy a home, buy an investment property, refi my home, something changed in life, whatever. So if that is you, stay tuned. We're going to dive much more into all the options, how we get it done here at the Simpson team, why we're really good at it. In the end, if it's something that you and I can connect on, let's do it. 10, 15-minute call, like I tell everybody, makes a big difference in this business if you talk to the right people. If we've never met, my name is Kenny Simpson. I focus on 1 to 4 unit financing. That means if you're trying to buy a 1 to 4 unit property or refi, it could be a primary, second home, investment property. It doesn't matter. I got you covered. You could be a first-time home buyer or you could be on to buying your 10th investment property. I got you covered. You could be the easiest scenario or the most complicated scenario. I got you covered. We're not perfect. It doesn't mean I can't say I'm going to approve every loan, but what I will do is I'll tell you exactly why you can't qualify and how you need to get there. Rather than just leave you saying, hey, you don't qualify, good luck, on to the next customer, I want to educate you and I want to help you. And why would I do this? Because my biggest referral source is from my past clients because we just take care of them. We do it right. This is what we do. I've been doing this over 20 years, helped over 5,000 clients, funded billions of dollars of loans. And I'm making this video, so hopefully somebody sees it, you send it to a friend, you send it to a family member, or maybe you, and you're like, you know what? This guy Kenny seems legit. I'm gonna give him a shot. Let's see if he's real. Hey, you'll never know till we jump on a quick call, but I've helped so many clients. It's honestly, I will tell you to be honest, being a loan officer, I know the top loan officers always say this, and they know the feeling. When somebody comes to you and they got denied or they can't get it done, and you know as a loan officer that I'm gonna get this done and I'm gonna knock it out of the park, and they're gonna be so excited because I'm gonna be able to take that stress away, that anxiety away, the friction away in their life, their wife that's upset, their kids that are frustrated, their ego's hurt, because why? You've got good credit, you got money coming in, you got money in the bank, you're friggin' written, and you know you can buy a friggin' home, and you know you could do it. You just need somebody that can look at your situation and understand it and just get it done. And that's me if I can help. So let's jump into it. What is a bank statement loan? How do they work? What are my options and how do we do it? Number one, a bank statement loan. It could be business bank statements. It could be personal bank statements. We are looking for income, not just any income, okay? You can't just have random income come in that we can't track and trace. It's not gonna work. That's not for you. But if you get business income, maybe you have a side hustle income, maybe you get trust income, dividend income, money from real estate investor income, whatever it is, there is options to get it done, okay? So we can do 12, we can do 24 months. We can do business bank statements. We can do personal bank statements. We can do a combination. Maybe you're a real estate investor. Maybe you have 4 or 5 different businesses or entities. We can use all of them. You could be a partner in that business and I can still use it. You could have just started that business a year ago and I could still help you out. Bank statements become many different ways, many fashions. Okay, now how do we calculate the income? A lot of people say, Kenny, but you gotta, so I'm really worried. So you're telling me you don't need tax returns, you don't need pay stubs, you don't need W-2, but what if they check my tax returns because I had a loss in my business because of XYZ? We don't need your tax returns. I don't care that you had a loss. We're looking at your bank statements. Okay, Kenny, I get it. This can't be right. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my gross, but look, I have a lot of expenses come out, so that's gotta be a problem, right? Like, so if I gross $80,000 a month on the average and $60,000 is coming out for expenses and pay me and all this stuff, like there's no way they're gonna hit me for that, right? I said, no. They're gonna look at your gross income. Then we're naturally just gonna take a 50% haircut right off the top. But wait, this is very important. That's just what we can do right off the top. But depending on what you do, what your profession is, do you have employees? Like if you have a restaurant, you're probably gonna be at 50%. Maybe that's what we use. But if you are a marketer that works from home and it's you and one other employee and your expense factor is 20%, we could potentially use that. Now, how do we use a lower expense factor? Maybe 10, 20, 30%, not 50. Well, a couple ways. Number one, depending on what you do, we have a graph, we have a little chart over here that we use that if you're under this business and you have this many employees, we can just hit you with an expense factor that the lender already set up, the guidelines say. The number two, the other way is if you have a CPA and he knows your expense factor is 25%, he's willing to write us a letter, which we can give you a template of one, we're good to use that. So you don't need to be at 50%, you can be less, it just depends on what you do. Will your CPA write anything, and can we go from there? So hope that's kind of cleared things up. The next big thing I want to talk about bank statements is, hey, Kenny, I'm actually a W-2, so I work as a teacher. I work at tech, but I got a side hustle of marketing or a side hustle of a consultant or side hustle of, maybe I contractor, side hustle of real estate stuff. I know this, who does all this stuff? People have side hustles, folks. That's just what it is. Can I be W-2'd and you use that business income with that? It doesn't really look good, but on bank statements it does. The answer is yes. Wait, Kenny. What if I'm self-employed? I need to use bank statements, but my wife has a nice salary, good credit. Can we combine them both? Absolutely yes. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. What kind of properties can I buy with the bank statement? Well, you can buy a primary, you can buy a second home, or you can buy an investment property. You can buy 1 to 4 units. Still do the bank statements, still make it happen. Okay, perfect. Kenny, you got my bank statements. I got all these question answers. What are they looking for when they derive the income? Let's go through it. They're looking for